how the live stream started, because come March 2020, things started escalating really quickly. How quickly things change and how quickly the numbers allowed at the funeral home change.
We have big events, we have big birthday parties, we have big weddings, we have big funerals. The whole reason behind Brampton Crematorium is to accommodate larger families, and that's where that kind of came from. And it's kind of weird looking at it now where there's nobody allowed in the building pretty much.
And there's a thing in our community, and your dad says it always too, it's like you can miss a happy event, you can miss a wedding or something, but in our community, what's so good about it is we're there for each other in the time of loss.
Yeah.
Right? And this could be from the Absos, which again, one is not allowed right now. You can't go to people's house to grieve. So now if you're not allowed at the funeral home, what do? Come March, when we're only allowed 50 people, now you're allowed 20 people. And then we get the final blow is 10 people.
The regulatory body had said that there's no more witnessing cremations. Most of our families do. I would say like 95% of our families do is what's called a witnessing cremation. And a witnessing cremation means that you schedule the date and time of your cremation, so at the end of the funeral service, and the family is there to witness the start of the cremation and assist in the beginning of the cremation process. So here in the Western world and how our crematorium works, it's done by a button. So it's a gas powered chamber.
Computerized, right?
Computerized, exactly. And you press a button. But the significance of that button is the start of the cremation is like the start of the torch or the flame that starts the cremation. And in India, that's how it goes, right? The son or the daughter or the spouse, they're the ones that are igniting the flame to start the cremation process. And to take that away from people, like I had not an easy time, but a lot easier time explaining to people that only 20 people can come to the funeral home or only 10 people can come to the funeral home. And that they kind of swallowed that pill. But when you were telling them that they couldn't start the cremation process, and at this point, before we had our cameras going, that they might not be able to witness the see it.
They won't be able to see it.
That was what
we
hit
got
hard.
Some aggressive calls, right? And I understood all of them. Like we had some that called in like, you're not letting our loved one have a dignified service. You're not letting them, right? You're not treating them like a human being. That's when the emergency call came to you guys, and I was like, guys, I need something in 24 hours.
We at that point when we got the calls, like understood how serious this was, right? This is a matter of families witnessing the cremation, right? And then again, at that point we realized like we had to do whatever we had to do to get this up and running. And like I said, for 2 nights in a row, I think we were there. It was almost like 24 hours. Anytime we can get in the funeral home, we were there kind of, getting these cameras installed.
I didn't even know if we were going to be able to do it. It was just like, okay, we got to try this. We have to, right?
Yeah.
Again, for the community, it's needed. Otherwise, it's just bad on everybody.